Alright, so I'm fighting a very bad throat infection right now. Y'all won't be able to tell because I can only speak one sentence before I cough my lungs out. But there have been some pretty cool Resident Evil news that just happened today on top of something else that happened a few days ago, so I want to talk about that as well. Before we get into it, be sure to leave a like on this video as it helps to reach the YouTube algorithm, and now let's get into it. So first is the actual confirmed stuff. In an IGN article, Yasuhiro Anpo ended up confirming that more Resident Evil remakes are on the way. Which one is exactly next, he would not say, but it's good to hear nonetheless. The remakes have done many great things for the series, and what's gonna stop them from making games like RE4 Remake and 2 Remake? I get 3 is the black sheep of the remakes, but that should tell you to give the remakes to a primary development team. After the success of the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remakes, Capcom has confirmed plans to continue the trend, although stopped short of announcing which Resident Evil game is next in line for the remake treatment. At a PlayStation Partner Awards event in Japan, attended and translated by IGN Japan, Resident Evil 4 Remake director Yasuhiro Anpo said the company will announce its next Resident Evil remake in due course. With Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remakes already out, thoughts turn to which game Capcom will tackle next. Fans have long called for a remake of Sega Dreamcast classic Resident Evil Code Veronica, which first launched in 2000. Alternative choices could include the original Resident Evil or the remake of another remake, and Resident Evil 0, or moving on to the more action-oriented Resident Evil 5. So now what we can speculate on is what game is going to be remade next. Obviously, so many people want Code Veronica to be next, while RE5 is in that mix too, and ultimately assume Capcom will make that one next with the teasers and everything else. I think 3 games come into mind which should or could be next. First is Code Veronica, second is Resident Evil 5, and 3 is Resident Evil 1 again. I made potential remake videos about 2 of those games, so if y'all want to check them out, feel free to, and the Code Veronica one will also happen in the near future. I just gotta finish and play the game. I'm excited to see what game it'll be nonetheless, but now let's get into the part where I read a wish list or leak list and make this video a lot easier to make. So I know you guys are aware of the new Code Veronica leaks or rumors and everything, but there already have been some a few months ago, and now there are new ones again. Believe me, you guys will be seeing this a whole lot more. It's gonna get to the comical point of it. So before I get into this 4chan post, it's funny that I mentioned this 2 videos ago. Let me just say this. Well, not really, since I said it, about almost a month ago, but whatever, play the clip. All of you guys should not be surprised if new lists come out either to close out this year or to begin the new year. Like I said, you'll either be seeing this a lot at the beginning of 2024 or just the entirety of that year as well, because I don't know what's happening with Resident Evil next year. But anyways, let's get into this 4chan post. In case any of you guys are wondering, it's from 4chan. It's basically the same shit about Reddit. Almost. Warning, my English skills can be somewhat bad. I am Japanese. My friend helps me to write it as best as I can. I was a playtester during the recent playtest of Resident Evil Code Veronica. It is known as Resident Evil in West. I'm going to share some info about the new project. It is 4chan. I think it will be unnoticed long. It is a story about Claire on Rockford Island, third-person game similar to Biohazard RE2. I played only a short demo provided by developers to test and give feedback to new mechanics. Game starts with prologue where Claire remembers Raccoon City. We see an explosion. Claire is looking for her brother, and we started with slow-paced tutorial section inside the Umbrella Corps building or whatever it is. Player controls Claire as she goes in some offices and when escapes from guards. She's captured and sent to Rockford Island. Prison area is vast with many cells and guard rooms. When new character Ricardo lets her go, she encounters some military man in a black suit, but he is killed by falling debris from an explosion. The island is attacked, Claire escapes, but right at the end of the prison section, she meets Steve in a cell. He asks her to let him out. Claire is hesitant, but decides that if he is against any corporation, then he is no enemy. They together escape and enter some kind of safe room. Here, player can freely switch from Claire to Steve. Player can explore the next areas as any character. Each character have their own set of skills. Claire is better with knives and her aim is better and faster, become a point aim. Steve can fire with 2 guns at the same time and running faster, but cannot mix herbs, can throw knives from distances at enemies. Claire is better with puzzles, can give player advice on how to solve them and see hidden items sometimes. Steve can also use stealth and knows some passwords and complex. Demo ends when they get to a palace. That is all I want to share. So, here's my thoughts. Number 1, it's 4chan, so don't go too crazy about this. Number 2, it's interesting that this is taking some stuff from RE0, like not mixing herbs and switching characters. It's quite funny. I don't think this has anything to do with the IGN article or whatever the directors ended up saying. I just think they shit posted this and is now running with it now that Capcom confirmed more remakes. I don't even know the user on who made this post, so I can't do anything about that sadly, and all we can do is just sit there. Fake leak season is upon us, guys, and it's going to go crazy. You'll be seeing RE5, Code Veronica, and RE9 list leaks or whatever it is. There is nothing here to back up, and again, all we have is a list. But let me say this. If you are a supposed playtester, you are willing to break your NDA and willing to get sued just to say this info on 4chan? Because if I was a playtester, I'd keep my mouth shut. Because I get to play a game in the middle of development before anyone else. That's a pretty cool flex in my opinion. I wouldn't throw it all away on some 4chan post, especially if Capcom is going to become aware of that. I've heard the story of I know a playtester, or I am a playtester, or my buddy's uncle is a Capcom developer. I've heard it all before, I can't believe it because it's just too cliche. But you guys can believe whatever y'all want. I don't want to control you guys or anything. I'm just saying my piece. So let me know in the comment section down below. I'll ask you guys 2 questions. Which remake do you guys want to see next from Resident Evil, and do you believe the Code Veronica leaks, yes or no? Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to leave a like on this video as it helps to reach the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more Resident Evil content in the near future. As always, I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace out, and much love.